Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and I'm here to do a walkthrough of one of my newest books. It's called Holy Cow Jubilee, and obviously it's about cows. So it's an adult coloring book, 52 cuddly cow images to color. They are grayscale, just to let you know. And this cover, when it was colored, it was done by one of my members, cover by Maggie Rat Russell. So if you like cows, you're going to love this book. All right, so I run a Facebook group called Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I broadcast every night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm here 365 days of the year, including holidays. I also have a master's degree in adult education, and I love, love, love using my teaching techniques to teach coloring. All right, now in that group, if you are a member, you have the ability to create your own 50-page coloring book PDF. I have individual files where you can go in. You send me a list of the images that you want, and I'll go ahead and put that coloring book together for you. So that way you're not stuck with what's just compiled in a book. Now, if you have an interest of coloring something, I'll create single pages, no obligation. And if you like what I sent you, you can buy them individually. You get 2 for $2 or 1 for $1.49. All right, now regarding this book, I of course don't want you sharing any uncolored pages, but once you color them, if you want to sell them, knock yourself out. I want you to have fun with this book. All right, quick little message also that I want to tell you. Sometimes the printing quality isn't the best from Amazon, and the favor that I ask you on behalf of myself and other colorists is when you rate our books, please, please, please do not rate them based on that. We have no control over the printing. We have to take what we get. So if you're going to rate your book, the book that you got, please don't base it on the printing, but go ahead and get Amazon to send you a new one. Okay. So let's get going on this book. Now, obviously, again, this is all cows. Oops, you don't want to see my shirt. Let me get you lined up here. So if you have a thing for cows, this book is definitely for you. Got a cute little calf. Probably with its mother. And then we've got another little calf. I love how these ears stick out. That's just cute. And we're a little bit of knobby knees. And then these are a special kind of cow, and the name completely eludes me. I think they're called Queensland cows or something like that. If you know, let me know. It's the longer hairs on this. Cuties. And then this one, peeking through the bars, that's the cover that Maggie did for us. She did a really good job. And these are not hard, guys. They really aren't. Now, I like to do close-ups. I love the details. And you can do a spectacular image with this. Just follow your grayscale. And if you're not comfortable with grayscale, join my group. Here's another standard picture farther away. Now this one, I did it as a duet coloring. And what that means is I always provide my group with a freebie and they color it with me. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on one second. Oh, yep, there it is. Isn't that cute? So this is the one that my peeps did with me. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And that's from this book. Oh, and by the way, this book is part of a series of books. All my books they're in what I call the Jubilee series. Here's a Winter Wonderland. This is my absolute newest one. I have one, the Sketch Art Jubilee. And then this one is called Kittens and Teddy Bears and Puppies, Oh My. So these are all images and books that I'm doing. Okay, let's get back here. Then we have a distance view of a cow in the wintertime. Actually, that is a bull. This one, cutie. That tree colored is going to look absolutely fantastic. And then, of course, your cow. Now, speaking of close-ups, I thought this was cool. Here's half the face. The eyelashes. I never realized that eyelashes were this long on cows. And then big, huge ear. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Check out the length of those eyelashes. Isn't that wild? Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah. Then we've got a cow mugging it up for the camera. And then this one is more of a fantasy picture. I thought that was cute with the cows floating around with the balloons. Then we've got this close-up, and this is so detailed, you can even see the fly that's sitting on the cow. Just imagine how this would be colored up, guys. Then there's one of those long-haired cows again, bulls, excuse me. And then we've got a couple cows here. Now this one I thought was really neat. The close-up of the mouth of the cow, the barbed wire, and the post. Lots and lots of options in my books, guys. Then these are obviously wooden cows. Has the yoke on it. I thought that was cute, so I included that in the book. And then we've got our herd here. Now, I noticed something on here. And when I did the flip through in my group, I saw this and I brought it to their attention, and now they cannot unsee it. Does that not look like the face of Santa Claus? Zoom in. Zoom in. Unbelievable. I cannot unsee this now every time I see this page. So we've got the beard. There's at least one eye there. The hat, the fur on the hat, and then the hat. Zoom out. Zoom out. I tend to notice things like that because, you know, when I do my publishing, I look at a lot of detail, but that looks like Santa Claus. All right, then we've got our 3 cows here. There's that cow again with the long hair. Beautiful. And I like pictures that tell a story, so with this cow moving like this with the mouth open, I thought that looked pretty cool. Then I've got a line art for you. If you have a day that you want to color but you don't want to start up a grayscale, you've got this one to play around with. Now this one, I think that's magnificent. The whole cow straight on shot. Bull, excuse me. Isn't that beautiful? I'd love to see one of you guys color this and then post it in my group. Now this one I thought was neat. That tongue showing up out of the cow. The detail with all the little buglets on it. That's why I do page to page or edge to edge publishing for detail. Then we have our little guys in the barn. And again, when I select my pictures, I'm envisioning them colored. Look at this. I love this one with that large buckle. Again, I think that would be a beautiful project to color. Then I've got this close up, and again, check out the long eyelashes that look even longer because of the shadow. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Check it out. That is wild. Zoom out. Zoom out. And if you assume that this picture is relatively life size, it's pretty big. Wow. Then we've got a cow peeking around the barn. I like this one because of the wood. I thought that made a great background. And speaking of wood, here's a fence with a cow over it. Beautiful animals. And then we have a little baby here that's suckling off his mom. I just thought that that was so tender. Isn't that neat? And then we have, let's see. Then we have our long-haired steer again. And again, with all this wood in the background, beautiful, beautiful image to color. And then I've got a close-up here. I guess it's checking out the camera. So here's a hoof down here. And then of course the face. And you can see the detail on the nose, the bumps on the nose. Magnificent animals. Then we've got two of them here. Let's see. Let me check something here. Oh, okay. And then we've got a detail on an eye. Again, the long lashes. Guys, you really could make this look cool. Okay, and then this one, this is a page that I tore out of the book because I'm doing it as a duet currently in my group. And this is what we're coloring. Isn't that cool? So obviously we got as far as the little girl, her hair, her dress, her outfit. And then we'll be finishing up with the cow and the hay. So I'm glad I have this because it gives you an idea of what it looks like colored up. All right, then we have another little calf. Then we've got a calf on a bottle. And again, I like this because it shows something happening. Got the milk all over the place. And then we have another face on front image here. So 3/4 of your page is cow, 1/4 is the background. This'll look really great colored up as well. This one, beautiful. I love the shadow on here on the face. So this little guy is next to mom. Got a little bit of hay hanging out the mouth. Beautiful. Now this one is a watercolor. Little change of pace here. And you can have a field day making this tree just colorful. And then we've got our buildings and then of course our calf. I hope that as you're seeing this flip through, it's giving you ideas for coloring. Again, the detail, the mouth, the nose, the mouth, and the hay. And then we've got how many? 1, 2, 3. and then a fourth one over here. I just thought this was so cute with the three of them there. It's like they're looking at you and going, what? What? Now, this one is obviously a fantasy cow standing in a pasture that's actually this picture, standing with the wood background. That was somebody's idea. And again, I hope this is giving you ideas for coloring. Now this one I thought was neat because of the reflections. I'm assuming this is an ice pond, because they're forward. This cow here is forward from the shore, or this steer. Isn't that cool? And then we got a little guy here. This one might be the youngest one in the book. And you know, I don't know if you noticed, but when you look at the heads on here, they've always got this round area here with the fur coming out, the hair. I just think that's so cute. Then we've got this little guy in a bucket. And again, I liked it because the tongue was showing. Then we've got a detail. Again, here's that splay of hair. And then the expressive eye with the goop in it. Zoom in. Zoom in. Isn't that beautiful? Zoom out. Zoom out. Now what I would do is I would color out that image in such a way that you wouldn't see. It looks like somebody's standing there taking the picture. Okay, then I've got another cow that I put in as line art for you. And then we've got, I think these are called Queensland cows. That's what's coming to mind. The one with the elaborate manes on them. Steers, of course. Isn't that beautiful? I love the detail. And then we have probably a salt and pepper shaker in a basket. So this is probably the female with the oval lips. This one with the tongue. I'm assuming the male. Which is neither here nor there, but whatever. Then we have an eye, two eyes, and a nose close-up. Now, I love this one because it took me a second when I was looking at this. The ear is covering the eye of this one. It made me laugh. I figured it would make you laugh, so I put it in there. And then, of course, there's the center of the hair, fur, whatever you want to call it. And then I think that's it. Yes. So how could I go without saying thank you so much for your purchase? I am so appreciative, you guys. All right, so there's the end. Here's the back. You saw all the pictures. Here's the front. Holy Cow Jubilee. 52 images. And then here's the one in color that we're currently working on in my group. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I hope you enjoyed my walkthrough. Take care. Bye.